you also mentioned the healing aspects of dance that you discovered at a very young age, which is not very common because most kids, when they enroll in dance, it's mainly for learning discipline or fitness or for performing. You mentioned that the situation at home wasn't always the best. So for people who are probably in similar situations, unfortunately, I just want to linger on this a bit. What type of difficulties did you face and how did you use dance to help you in those moments?
So the way dance helps you is discipline is a big part of it, right? You have to show up. No matter if you're having a good day or a bad day, you have to show up. And that helps you understand how strong you really are in the face of adversity. When anything is thrown at you, you will get up and you will show up and you will deal with it. The other very important thing dance does, it has a very quantifiable goal. So a lot of times what happens is if you're experiencing any kind of difficulty, a difficult situation, let's say you are stressed because of these massive layoffs that are happening and you haven't had a job for the longest time. A lot of my friends are experiencing that. And that comes with a ton of uncertainty, ton of anxiety, ton of loneliness, right? And also a little bit of embarrassment. Oh, all my friends are doing well. I don't have a job and all of that. So think about all of these really heavy emotions as rocks. And every heavy emotion you feel gets stored in your body as these heavy, heavy rocks that weighs your body down. So what dance does is it gives you that momentary opening in those rocks. And one of the rock is now out. So now it's cleared space to take in new information. And that new information is now going to push more rocks away and fill you in with energy that gives you a more positive outlook to the same situation. So now instead of looking at this as, oh, I haven't had a job for 8 months, what the heck am I doing with my life? You can look at it as, I have been gifted 8 months of my time back, which I wouldn't have otherwise had. How can I make a productive use of this time? You know, your situation is not changing, but your perspective towards that situation is changing. So that is one very important thing that dance does for you. The other thing it does is because you have a regiment, no matter what style of dance you do, you have specific steps that you need to get to. Some steps you're going to be able to do, some steps you're not going to be able to do. And what it helps you do is, okay, if I can't remember this choreography, I can't do these steps, can I break them down into smaller chunks, which eventually gets me to that final step? So it helps you understand that you can take a problem as wide and as encompassing as it is, break it down into smaller components and solve it and get to the solution. So it puts you in this solution-oriented mindset that no matter what is thrown at me, I can figure it out just the way I figured out this step, just the way I figured out this choreography, just the way I figured out this style of dance, right? So a lot of people don't like being uncomfortable. I love being uncomfortable. And that is because of dance, because dance has shown me that with discomfort comes growth. I discover, like we discussed earlier, new sides of my personality that I didn't know. So I'm like, yeah, let me fail. I am excited to fail. I want to fail. I want to fall on my face so I can learn how to stand up in a more creative way. So yeah, that's what dance does for people. And that's what it did for me.